Hey squad, Sykes here, and thank you for taking the time out to click on this video. If you enjoy what you see, then please make sure you leave a like, head over to Installation X and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications for more Xbox related content. So, one of the worst kept secrets for Xbox, the Perfect Dark reboot, has finally been announced at the Game Awards 2020. The first game from the new established Xbox Game studio, The Initiative. So what I'm going to do in today's video is I'm going to go through the reveal trailer from the Game Awards, and we're going to break down basically what kind of tidbits we get from this reveal trailer. There is no gameplay in this trailer, it is completely cinematic, so it hints that the game is still going to be quite a way off, maybe 2022 or beyond. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through it, we're going to break it down, and we're going to see what we can find out. So straight off the bat we can see that there is a lot going on in this world. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause it here. And we can see instantly that there's a lot of change going on within the planet. So it looks like the sea levels have significantly risen, and there's a lot of damage going on as well. And if we spin it around a little bit more, we can start to see that some severe weather patterns coming on. I'm going to pause it here. And we can see these massive storms that are happening, which we're going to get a shot at later. So it looks like, for whatever reason we don't know yet, that there has been some kind of ecological disaster that has happened on the entire planet Earth. And that has resulted in a lot of change, and likely something that humanity is going to have to overcome, and going to have to overcome quickly, which is going to lead into what I would presume would be a power vacuum. And this is where we're going to start to see some serious corporations coming in. Now, if I pause it here, this is a really interesting shot, because this is clearly over the top of Egypt. So it looks like we're going to zoom in on Cairo, but if we have a look, it looks like the Nile is completely dried up. Like the River Nile, one of the largest rivers on the entire planet, it's completely dry. Like there's no water there at all. So that's really, really interesting. We've got these rising sea levels, but now we've got a river that has no water. Curious about that one. So this is a really, really awesome shot coming in here. Like, I'm just going to pause it here again. That looks amazing, and it looks really interesting as well. We've got lots of kind of growing of plants, lots of greenery going on around the buildings, seeming very, very futuristic. And it looks like these corporations that are going to be taking over in the game, that Joanna's going to have to be involved in some way, have clearly kind of come in, given everyone the solution, but at the same time they're grabbing a lot of power for themselves. Now this shot looks like it's being taken on some kind of drone, which could be hinting at a piece of equipment we get to use, or a companion. And then we get this awesome shot, and we can see here that we've got a large tower, and this is going to be the corporations kind of coming in, setting up shop, and kind of dictating some of the things that are going on for the local people. It's going to be interesting whether we're going to be stuck to just one city, such as Cairo, or whether this is going to be taking place across multiple cities, multiple locations across the world, which is something of the kind of globe-trotting espionage epic that I think the Initiative are going for. But it looks, I know it's a cinematic trailer, but it looks great. So the narrator hints at something here. I'm just going to pause it again. The narrator hints at something about they're hiding secrets, they're hiding something from us, they're not being truthful or transparent, because that doesn't sound like big corporations at all. But then we get this awesome shot of basically the way in which Joanna's clearly infiltrated this building, which is really neat, and probably hints at some kind of tech that we're going to be able to use to infiltrate certain areas. And then the drone kind of follows this shot in, and we can see the carnage from Joanna, where she's clearly infiltrated. We get the the gun camera by the looks of things, and then we get into this really awesome area. So this is like a lab, clearly, and what we're going to do is we're going to roll it on, and we can see here that something is clearly being released from the containers, and it's starting to grow at a rapid rate. Like, it's growing almost instantaneously. So this is kind of curious to see what kind of thing this is. It's obviously some kind of genetic engineering, bioengineering, but it looks really, really cool. And it's going to be interesting whether this is just going to be some background, or whether this is potentially going to be an enemy type that you might have to deal with. You might have to deal with some kind of biological weapon, as well as just some kind of corporate humans, corporate army, private army, all that kind of stuff. So really, really, really excited about what that's going to be. Just taking over the entire lab. And then we get the drone head up to the roof. More damage going on. Obviously some kind of big explosion. We get this awesome shot at, which I would assume is kind of a take on the Perfect Dark logo there. Or it could be a different logo. We get these solar flat panels all over the top of the building. Soldier, he's seen the worst of it. And then we get this awesome shot of Joanna, which I'm going to pause just here. So this shot is kind of the best shot from the entire trailer. We're getting a very different Joanna compared to the very skimpy latex kind of suit Joanna that we got in Perfect Dark and Perfect Dark Zero. This seems to be much more grounded, much more modern, and I don't know whether they're kind of gonna do the Tomb Raider work over with Joanna, because a bit like Square Enix did with Lara Croft, and kind of modernize her look a little bit. And her hair looks awesome in this as well. And then we kind of look out across this whole entire city, and we see the pyramids in the background, but we also see this absolutely mental storm going on. Lots of damage being made, lots of lightning, lots of storm effects. So it's going to be curious to see whether we're going to get some kind of extreme weather taking place across the map, across the world, or it might interfere with while you're doing the missions. It kind of reminds me a little bit what they did with Just Cause 4, kind of those extreme weather events, and having kind of some massive like geostorm going on in the background, sandstorms, lightning effects, and the rest of it. But this shot is just awesome. I absolutely love this shot. It's absolutely fantastic. And then we kind of zoom out, and we get the kind of the new look Perfect Dark logo, which is very, very similar to kind of the Perfect Dark and Perfect Dark Zero logos, but it kind of hints at that kind of darker, more serious undertone, because Perfect Dark and Perfect Dark Zero, I haven't played properly all the way through. I've played little bits, but they do come across a little bit gimmicky at points, where I think this is going to become a more serious tone, especially with the effects of the world going on around it. And that's all we really get. We haven't got any confirmed release date. Again, with this, I'm assuming that based on how far out this game probably is, if we're only now seeing a cinematic trailer, we're only now seeing a reveal trailer, I would assume this is going to be 2022 at the earliest. I think that is super ambitious. I would probably say this is going to be maybe 2023. The reason for that is, don't forget, the Initiative is a studio where, or one of the rare occasions, where Microsoft has built a studio from the ground up. Like, they've not gone and acquired a studio and brought in that talent already, like, kind of pre-made. They've gone and really poached a lot of industry people from... there's been quite a few Sony studios. They've taken people from Tomb Raider as well, from Square. They've kind of pickpocketed all these different companies with all these different execs and directors and talent. And it looks like this game is going to be kind of that... I don't like saying this because I don't like comparing them this way, but this kind of Sony-type exclusive, which is going to be a single-player, narrative-driven game. I can't wait. This looks awesome. We'll have to wait and see what more details we get in the coming months. I think now that they've revealed it, they're going to go dark for quite a while. We're probably not going to hear anything probably for a good, probably another year. So, but so far looks very, very good. So that's it for today, guys. If you've spotted other different things in the video that I may have missed, again, it's just a quick breakdown, then please let me know in the comment section. I love having discussions with people because I don't always get all the information straight away. People kind of spot different things than I don't. And I know there's other people who probably played Perfect Dark and Perfect Dark Zero, whereas I haven't. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to follow myself and the channel on social media with links in the description. And as always, I'm Sykes, and for all things Xbox, stay tuned to Installation X. Bye, guys.